Hello, and thank you for taking the time to view the Seedex portion of the 2020 seed meeting. For those who do not know me, I'm Dave Wachowski, the Regional Sales Manager for the Seedex brand of Sugarbeet seed in Michigan and Ontario. And exciting varieties, allowing you, the grower, the best opportunity to deliver high yield and sugar at the end of each growing season. In this video, you will find the same information about Seedex varieties, treatments, packaging, and other information you would have come to expect from the live meetings in the past. With that said, let's look at the varieties that will be available in 2021. First off is Seedex 1264. Seedex 1264 maintained an above average RWSA and RWST in 2020 across many trial and grower locations. Seedex 1264 continues to perform well in coarse and sandy soils as well. With a good to average disease package, 1264 can be planted in many growing regions. We are excited to have a good to excellent seed supply of Seedex 1264 for 2021. Next will be Seedex 2283. This variety received full approval for the 2021 growing season. Seedex 2283 is another variety that produced above average RWSA and RWST in many trials across the growing area and as well as grower fields across the growing regions. Seedex 2283 performed exceptionally well in the Sugarbeet advancement trials, highlighting that this variety appears to be a more stable replacement for the Seedex 1264. Seedex 2283 was strategically placed in grower strip trials in the East, the Central, and the West growing districts with excellent performance. There is a good to excellent seed supply of 2283 for the coming growing year. Next is Seedex 2294. This is a new variety receiving limited approval for 2021. Seedex 2294 continues to improve in disease tolerance as compared to other previously discussed Seedex varieties while maintaining above average RWSA and RWST. We are very excited to say there will be a good seed supply of Seedex 2294 for 2021. The first of the Nematode offerings is Seedex 1278N. Seedex 1278N has improved on the performance and disease tolerance over Seedex 1275N. Seedex 1278N performed exceptionally well in the 2020 Sugarbeet advancement trials, ranking number 1 in RWST and number 3 in RWSA, while having a more middle of the pack ranking in the Michigan Sugar Company average of 2 years. This highlights the yield potential of Seedex 1278N, but also highlights the necessity of having a diverse selection of varieties each year, as we never know what each season, field, or location will bring. We have a good seed supply of Seedex 1278N for this coming year. Next is Seedex 2296N. Seedex 2296N is a new limited approval variety for 2021. This variety is the number 2 variety as ranked in the Michigan Sugar average of 2 years. As it is just receiving limited approval, it was not eligible for the Sugarbeet advancement trials in 2020. This variety is another step in improved performance and disease tolerance as compared to other Seedex nematode varieties, and will be competitive to other nematode varieties offered across the Michigan and Ontario in 2021. With limited data and experience with this variety, I would continue to recommend Quadris and most any other varieties throughout Michigan and Ontario. There will be a limited seed supply of Seedex 2296N for the coming growing season. I will take just a moment to mention a couple of varieties receiving limited approval, but will only have trialing amounts of seed available for 2021. First is Seedex 2295. This variety has improved disease performance versus Seedex 2283. I think this variety will provide increased stability across years and growing regions as a non-nematode variety without sacrificing yield or quality. Next is Seedex 2297. This variety has shown to have high tolerance to rhizoctonia in the nurseries and will fit many fields in the growing area where rhizoctonia is of high concern. We will continue to watch these two varieties throughout 2021 and in the nurseries to verify these trial results. To recap the Michigan sugar data, Seedex has 2 newly approved varieties in the top 10 average of 2 years, both a nematode and a non-nematode variety providing tier 1 RWSA performance. Seedex has 6 of the top 10 RWST varieties, with 4 being available to growers in 2021. As previously stated, Seedex 2295 and 2297 are both on track for full approval. Therefore, testing will continue in 2021. Sugarbeet Advancement combined 6 of their locations this past year to provide an average variety performance. Among the top 3 varieties in both RWSA and RWST are Seedex 2283 and 1278N. These varieties, in addition to Seedex 1264, Seedex 2294, and Seedex 2296N, have the potential to produce high yield and sugar. I strongly encourage you to visit with your local ISR to develop a plan that will highlight each variety's strengths and weaknesses based on your farm's growing history and management style. Now that we have covered the variety information, we can move on to treatments and sizing options for the coming growing year. There are a few changes to the treatment options for 2021. All seed treatment options will be referred to as Seed Guard. Seed Guard will be offered with the addition of Vibrance fungicide as Seed Guard F, previously known as Tri-Pack. SGF plus 20 will be available in Michigan, as the T20 represents tetragerin at the 20-gram rate. Ontario will see this as Seed Guard F, as tetragerin is not a labeled product in that growing region. Seed Guard fungicide plus insecticide, previously known as Premium, will be offered in 2021. In Michigan, this will be seen as SGF plus I plus T20. In Ontario, it will simply be SGF plus I. All of the chemistries within each of these seed treatments will remain as they have in the past. We are simply renaming and streamlining our seed treatment options across not only Michigan and Ontario, but other growing regions in the US. The previously known basic seed treatment will no longer be offered in 2020. This is due to the large majority of growers selecting at a minimum the Seed Guard F plus T20 package in Michigan, or the Seed Guard F option in Ontario, previously known as Tri-Pack. Packaging will be the same as it has in the past. The new buckets have been wildly successful and accepted amongst many growers across the US. The max containers will also be available with the custom fill options available. Please visit with your local ISR for additional details. To recap some of the data, Seedex Varieties are providing high RWSA and RWST. In the past, varieties have received special approval for such criteria. We are continuously improving performance and stability. The new Seedex 2296N with limited approval will be extremely competitive with other nematode offerings available in this growing area. With many growers utilizing ESET or precision type planters, please consider seed size options and visit with your local ISR for additional information and advantages to possibly adjusting seed size. Most varieties will be in good to excellent supply for this coming growing year, but there are a couple that likely will become limited or possibly run out. So again, please talk to your local ISR for any additional details. I'd like to take a moment to thank all of the ISRs for their efforts in coordinating stock seed, as well as the 2 additional shipments that we received this past spring to accommodate the replanting that occurred. Between the many agronomic issues, as well as the somewhat limited ability to even conduct business, this past year will be one not easily forgotten. I would also like to welcome the addition of GAPS in the West District. This video has hopefully given you a brief look into what will be available for this coming growing year. I ask you to please contact your local ISR to get any additional information you may need. The local ISRs and I have met and are ready to answer any questions you may have concerning sugar beet production and the sugar beet varieties available from Seedex. Seedex and the Michigan Ontario ISRs again would like to thank you for your past business, and we are looking forward to a clean slate in 2021. Thank you and have a good day.